Hello, I'm Henry Vigigi of Liberty Mutual's Office of Sustainability. Thanks for joining me for another episode in our video series, Partners for Progress, where we meet Liberty Mutual ESG champions and the external partners helping us make progress on this journey. Today, I'm joined by Leslie Harding from Liberty Specialty Markets and Michael Buckle and Paul Clark, both of Willis Towers Watson's Natural Resources Property Unit. Today's topic is the climate transition. Can you tell us a little bit about Willis Towers Watson and the long-standing relationship you've had with us here at Liberty?
Yeah, for sure. So Willis Towers Watson Natural Resources is a large global business. We're over 400 colleagues around the world. And our go-to-market proposition is very much like yours in the energy space. We have our oil, gas and petrochemical book. We have a metals and mining book, a very large and very fast-growing renewable energy book, and a power book. And you've been a strategic partner for the group on lots of different products, including reputational crisis, electronic trading, and CTP, climate transition pathways, which we'll talk a little bit about today.
Describe for us why Willis Towers Watson developed the climate transition pathways, and how is this an important step towards this push in the world, right, to developing a low carbon economy, a low carbon future?
It starts from the premise that really insurance should be a force for good. We need to be inclusive of getting from where we are today to where we need to be by 2050. So we wanted to create a way where we could have an independent assessment of where a client currently sits and where their transition plans lead them. And that framework had to be robust. It had to be strong. This steps away from just a company making a pledge. It has to be backed by real and measurable metrics in the way they do business. It had to be aligned to net zero principles. It had to be aligned to science-based targets. And the criteria, the independent criteria that was set, allows our clients to really identify where they are on the pathway. And for those on the positive pathway, we can positively support them with access to risk capital. And without that, they're not going to get to transition. So this really is a transition accelerator as we see it.
So today we're talking about something really important but complex, the climate transition. Leslie, can you describe why Liberty chose to partner with Willis Towers Watson on the climate transition pathways?
Sure, Henry. We believe it's really important for all of us to engage and drive the energy transition to a more responsible, sustainable business for the insurance industry. As part of how we approach responsible business, we look to partner with and support customers that are also committed to advancing ESG practices. And we've been partnering with Willis Towers Watson since last year and appreciate their really thoughtful approach to addressing the risks and opportunities for the insurance industry and our policyholders. Insurance plays a really important role in combating climate change. As you know, in 2020, Liberty launched 5 climate aspirations to help guide our enterprise-wide approach to a low-carbon program and energy transition strategy. And one of those is to support the development of responsible investing and underwriting guidelines that will enable our climate journey while supporting businesses in traditionally high-impact sectors that are committed to transitioning to a low-carbon economy. As climate and environmental challenges continue, our policyholders are reviewing their sustainable credentials. However, we recognise that companies are at varying points in their sustainability journeys, and the climate transition pathways represents just one of the ways we're supporting policyholders' creditable transition plans with products, services, and innovative solutions.
How will Liberty's involvement here support advance the impact you're trying to have with CTP?
Your leadership in the marketplace puts a lot of credibility around what we're trying to do. As you become more and more familiar with the CTP pathway, and we've got this sort of first mover advantage under our belt, I think we will see a situation where the better plan a client has, the better support we will get.
At Liberty, we're committed to transitioning to a low-carbon economy in a sustainable and strategic manner. And as part of this journey, we're pursuing a careful transition strategy, one that's informed by technological and regulatory changes, market forces, and climate data. It's still a complex and emerging area, but the collaboration with Willis Towers Watson and the work on the climate transition pathway is one step in that journey.
The expansion plan for CTP focuses both on the sector expansion, hitting some of those high carbon industries such as steel, cement, manufacturing, and indeed some of the transportation industries, but also looks to tackle class expansion. And indeed, we've been working with Leslie and a group within Liberty Specialty Markets to build out a product that can provide capacity across multiple classes, much more of a cross-class product. Now, throughout the course of this year, we'll be aligning organisations to that CTP accreditation and making sure that they can hit the standards and the thresholds that they need to be able to demonstrate. We want this ultimately to become a market standard. And to do that, we'll be looking to split CTP out entirely from WTW by the end of this calendar year.
We're really excited that this partnership with Willis Towers Watson allows for a more collaborative approach to provide best practice industry standards and to help businesses move to a more sustainable future.
If you want viewers to just take away one thing about CTP, what would that be?
It's that it's just the start. For us, CTP is a solution to helping our clients with some of their climate challenges. By no means is it going to be the last solution that we develop. At WTW, we have the capability to help our clients wherever they are on their own transition journeys as we tackle some of those solutions in the future.
Leslie, Michael, Paul, thank you so much for this wonderful conversation on an incredibly critical and important topic. Thanks for your time.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for the invitation.
Thank you.
Thanks, Henry, and looking forward to the future partnership.